Hello everybody. So I test drove the Peterbilt today. Nice truck. Had problems with finance department, of course. I knew that was going to happen. so first off, they can't get me the red oval certification. Evidently, you can only get the red oval certification warranty if you buy the Peterbilt from Peterbilt. It's kind of like a Honda certified used car. That you can only get a used Honda from Honda that's certified Honda certification. That's kind of like what it is, Peterbilt. But it does have a warranty. You know, you could buy a 1 year or 2 year warranty. Now there's some issues there with the red oval warranty. Only covers PACCAR MX motors, doesn't cover Cummins, but it does cover the after treatment system. Okay, this is why you need the Cummins Encore warranty for the engine, which I got in addition to the red oval certificate, which I didn't get. You know, so the Cummins warranty was $9,000. That was a lot. And there's no doubt about it. Dealerships kind of jacked that price up, I'm sure. It's $9,000 for the warranty, but you almost have to have it. They offered these aftermarket warranties, and they make it sound great. But I've been around the block a couple of times, and the owner operators I've talked to struggled with these aftermarket warranties. If it's a Daimler warranty, great. Cummins warranty, fine. Red oval warranty, that's fine. You get into these other aftermarket warranties and they're worthless. And the dealer sells it. They wanted $14,000 for this aftermarket warranty that would cover the engine and the after treatment system, which in and of itself sounds perfectly fine if the warranty is any good. But if the warranty is not any good, then you're just throwing money down the drain. And the warranty they really pushed hard for was Assurant, ASSURANT. I said no, I'm not buying that. I told them before I even got there that I was only interested in the Cummins warranty and the red oval warranty. And of course, bait and switch, so they wanted to try to sell me this aftermarket warranty that has a history of not paying their claims and not getting quick approval. So I told them no. The truck itself is fine. The APU is fine. There's nothing really wrong with the truck. It was a Stevens transport truck. Came out of Dallas. So isn't that strange? Here I live in Dallas area. I got to go to Minnesota to buy the truck that they bought from a Dallas company. The truck came from Dallas. They brought it all the way up to Minnesota, turned around and sold it to a guy who's from Dallas. That's crazy. But put the grill guard on. Of course, you need a refrigerator. That was like $4,000 between those two things. So the total price of the truck with the Cummins warranty is $89,000. Now I'll put $20,000 down, so then I'm only borrowing $69,000. My truck payment's only going to be like $2,100 a month, which is less than what Crete requires for a maintenance account. You put 18 cents per mile in that maintenance account, plus another 5 cents per mile in a voluntary maintenance account. You're up to 23 cents per mile. You'll have more money going into your maintenance account at Crete than what my truck payment will be buying this Peterbilt. Isn't that wild? So the money I would normally spend for a maintenance account is going to make the truck payment. And what the plan is that I'm gonna call Peterbilt after I buy the truck and see if I can purchase the red oval warranty separately. All I really need is coverage on the one box. But see, the problem is if the warranty costs too much, then you may as well not have the warranty. You know, if they want 14 grand for a warranty, but you can buy the one box for 20 grand, you're almost better off. Just take your chances, and if you have to get a new one box, that's fine. You know, the one box is more affordable than the engine, so I wouldn't necessarily go without the engine warranty, but I could go without the one box warranty. I would prefer not to, but if it's not available, it's not available. So, and honestly, at this point in my development, I have enough money saved. I could pay for any truck repair. I could totally scrap a truck and go buy another truck if I really wanted to. That's how strong my finances are. And the APR came in at 13%. I'm like, no, you guys are smoking crack. I get my credit score is over 800. I'm putting down $20,000 down payment. I should be getting your best interest rate. So they're going to try to get it lower. Meanwhile, I reached out to the finance company I've been working with that I was going to use to finance my Crete truck, and I'm getting a quote from them. I said, look, the dealership came in with a high APR. Here's the purchase agreement. I did sign the purchase agreement. I'm going to buy the truck one way or the other. It's just a matter of who am I going to finance it with, and have them compete for that financing. Freightliner thinks they can get it down to 8%. I think that's still a little bit high. They should be 7% or less. You know, the idea they throw out 13%, that was kind of insulting. You know, they really want to see if you're a dope or not. You know, if you're gonna fall for that. If your credit score is over 800, why in the world would you want to pay 13% interest rate? You know, Grok AI thinks I should only be paying 6%. So if I get 7% or 8%, that's fine. But not 13%. That's too high for my credit score. You know, so we'll see how this plays out. But first we got to get financing lined up, and then we got to get the truck ready. So it's going to be another week at least. So we'll see how that goes. And then I think we'll have them deliver the truck to Lincoln. I think that's probably the best way to go. They said they wouldn't charge me Minnesota sales tax, but after wrestling with the finance manager about the warranty and then the interest rate, I didn't trust finance managers to begin with, so I don't really want to trust them on that either. I'll just have them deliver it to Lincoln, not take any chances. I think that's what we're going to do. You know, so but you know, the truck itself was pretty good. The truck was good. The finance department was the pain in the ass. You know, they came in with too high interest rate, and they can't get me warranty coverage that I want for the after treatment system. So, you know, I'll have to shop around. We'll just keep looking. That's all I can say. Just keep looking. I did get the Cummins warranty. That covers the engine. It covers water pump, fuel pump, EGR, everything in the engine. But it doesn't cover after treatment system. You know, so I might have to find a separate policy or go without a policy altogether. If the policy is too high, it doesn't make any sense buying a policy. The one box you may never have a problem with that on your truck. The truck only has 355,000 miles. You may never have a problem. Why pay 20 grand for a warranty that you'll never use? You know, you could put that into your portfolio, grow that money, and if you ever have to buy a one box, and you pay 20 grand for a one box. If you even have to. Odds are you probably wouldn't have to. On my first Freightliner, my 2012, I didn't have to put in a new one box until it was well over 1 million miles. You know, so I would think this one would be perfectly fine for the next 2 years at least. So I think we could take our chances on that. But we won't take chances on the engine. New engines cost a lot more than $20,000. So I think the warranty will pay for itself on the engine. Like I said, it pays for the fuel pump, water pump, EGR, fuel injectors, all that stuff. You know, so it wouldn't have any problems if it was engine related. You have the Cummins warranty, a warranty that's, you know, from Cummins itself, not some cheap aftermarket overpriced warranty that has a bad reputation. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the internet.